Hey guys, how's it going? Jason Seishon here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the first deck of patch day? New patch? The new patch. The new patch. Today we are playing some Targon's Peak, the Freljord Targon deck that plays a lot of big, bad late game boys. Some of the decks I was really excited to play, like the Mono Shurima and the Aphelios decks. Those can wait for a second because I need to take advantage of the fact that everyone is playing some very, very slow decks right now. And I think that this deck right now is positioned quite well because of some new additions to the deck. They're not new additions, but they are different. So the first thing is She Who Wanders now being able to hit champions in the opponent's hand as well. Makes it just a huge, huge bomb in the late game. Now that a lot of decks have shifted to the late game, She Who Wanders comes down, reasonably early if you hit it with a peak, or as early as turn 6. Even if you're just ramping turns 8, 9. And this is actually a really, really viable win condition by itself. It hits so many things, at least right now, where I think a lot of people are taking their time to play Aphelios and Mono Shurima. This hits everything. This hits all the small target things. This hits every champion in Mono Shurima, provided they don't flip the Sun Disc quite yet. And it hits like everything, right? It just obliterates your opponent's cards from your hands. And there's really no way of interacting with this card. Now you could protect your board, perhaps, but Twin Discipline nerf, Sharp Sight nerf. Now they're nerfing ways of boosting your opponent's power. So there's a lot fewer ways to interact with She Who Wanders apart from exactly Rite of Negation or Deny. So it's very easy for this card to get in with a lot of value in obliterating your opponent's hand. The second fact is just that a lot of people are playing Mono Shurima. And so, they have Sun Disc, you need to blow it up. We have one copy of Divergent Path, as well as 2 copies of It That Stares that helps to deal with landmarks as well. Just having another deck with landmark removal aims to sort of take advantage of that situation. Now, even if we're unable to remove, say, like the Sun Disc, that's really no problem because as the meta progresses to this slower sort of meta, Aesol really, really comes in as a power finisher. Again, there's really no card that matches up to level 2 Aesol in how well it just closes and destroys the game then and there. I think this even competes with Emperor's deck, depending on how early you can get it down, or if you can stall the Emperor's deck to slow them down so that you can get to your late game as well. Because this just makes all of your Celestials cost 0. It creates Celestials on its own. If you have a leveled Aesol and you play Living Legends, the game is basically over. And of course, with these slower decks, they also have a harder time interacting with champions like Aesol. The Mono Shurima deck doesn't actually run any sort of hard removal up until they get like the 9 mana Obliterate or the 4 mana Obliterate from the Emperor's deck. The Aphelios deck, pretty hard popping Spell Shield, and then they have to play like a Comet on top of that, which gives you 2 actions essentially to play out some of your hand, which is really good. Not to mention you just have all this other sort of late game mumbo jumbo, like the Field Rush, like the She Who Wanders, like the It That Stares, and the Buried in Ice, as well as 3 copies of Star Shaping to find other big Celestials. The rest of the deck is pretty standard. You're just running a bit of ramp. You have cards like Faces, you have cards like Blighter or Catalyst, and you have Targon's Peak just to serve as a few ways of cheating out mana as well. A few removal cards like Avalanche, Blighter Ravine, and a few early game units such as Zoe and Space Sketcher, just to sort of have some things to do early on and stall out, clog up the board a little bit, just so that you save a little bit of health and maybe gain an extra few cards in return. So I just want to come out with this deck because I know a lot of people are out there celebrating Mono Shurima and Aphelios, which I am very excited to get to later this week. But I just want to take advantage of the fact that a lot of people are playing other decks that I feel are really susceptible into Targon's Peak. So I just want to showcase this for you guys and hope you guys have a little bit of fun with some just random, 1 in 4, 1 in 3s to win the game with Targon's Peak. So enjoy the games. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next video. So peace out, guys, and take care. Blow up Peak, blow up Aphelios. That's the goal. She Who wins. Let's go. So this could go both ways. We'll see. Mono Shurima though. It's the matchup we're hoping for. So She Who Wanders ends the game. It That Stares does quite well. Light Ravine, also pretty good. Clears out their early units very well. So like their 2/2s, their 3/1s, things like that. Targon's Peak into Aesol, also very good. Another way you can win this matchup, even if they manage to actually proc their Sun Disc, is like flip Aesol on like the same turn that they do it. Because we're roughly around the same speed. And then we just close out the game with like Celestials, or we can like outpace their Emperor's deck. And they have no way of removing this Zoe either. Armor Twins. So I could just like Catalyst here into the peak, but I'm not convinced that's like really good right now because like our hand is just not very high quality. So I'm happy like maybe just playing out super cool star chart here and then hold off on the ramp peak game plan. Alright. Messenger very solid. I could just play this now, honestly. Ooh, slight lag. Not sure why that's happening. Hopefully that stops. Is this a 50-50 of what dies? That's kind of cap. I don't know. Losing Zoe here definitely sucks if that happens. Would he drag this way ever? I think he just passes if I were him. Ugh. I don't know. That was a little bit bizarre. Not from his side, from my side. It's not like jamming peak doesn't really do much for me. Like I'd have to hit like exactly Aesol or the second peak for it to even have like any huge effect. His hand is like kind of poo-poo. His hand's really poo-poo. Passing last turn was definitely wrong, but it was hard not to almost. I really wanted to find a snake there just so that, you know, I could proc this while saving my Zoe. I'm still gonna Moonsilver this out, discard like maybe the 3 sisters, and then just like take the 50-50 here. I can also just pass if he passes back, and that's okay as well. Alright, I don't really want to pass here. Honestly, it's fine. Like, his attack isn't great. I have Ravine to clear up his board. Hitting Catalyst is good. Oh, the Divergent Path. Whew! Okay, we just blow up his Sun Disc. I mean, that was a pretty decent outcome, regardless. I'm just gonna like try to bait him. If he has like Soothsayer exactly here, then oh well, I suppose. He's gonna blow up this. Okay. Well, now he just tapped under. Like, we can just blow up his Sun Disc. And now, like, we can clear his board really easily. Oh, this kills my Zoe. I should have thought a little bit harder about that one. Forgot how that worked. It's so funny. Alright. I mean, now we're just like chilling. We'll just like play out the Ravine and call it a day. It basically ruins his development, and then I have a pretty okay development from my side. I don't play into the Rockfall path. Like, we're all chilling here. And that's why I put in that one of the Diversion path. Because in hands like this, like, I really needed that. Sure. Like, he's not like threatening me too much. And he's open attacking too. Like, he has Waking Sands and everything, but chooses not to use them, which is good for us. Now, like, we have Aesol, and he has no way of like actually dealing with it. And then we have Buried in Ice on his like developments. Let's get a review, because I probably want to play Peak here. I'll just take like the defensive ones. And this is fine. Like, we're setting up for the Aesol here. Even if we don't hit, Aesol can still play it. And then that should just put us far enough ahead where we have a little bit more healing, we have a lot of stall with very nice, and Crescent Strike passes, holy moly. Ah, sure. Ooh. I mean, that's kind of good, no? I probably won't play this because of Deny. Like, I'll probably just play the Aesol this turn. Sure. Like, I don't think there's a reason to need to play into Deny unless this, like, costs 0. If it costs 0, I'll play it. But until then, like, we're chilling. Yep. What's funny is, like, 0 mana Living Legend's actually not good. Ayo. Got him. Another deck that just, like, blows up landmarks, which, you know, is not great for what I want to be doing, unfortunately. Might be weird keeping both, like, Faces and Avalanche, because, like, they're not, like, they kind of do, like, separate things. Like, I don't want an Avalanche when I have Faces on board. The Face is just so good. Never mind, I don't have anything to proc my Faces. So I guess we're just gonna Avalanche him at some point. I'm just gonna get one hit in with Zoe and call it a day. And I can pass here for now. I don't know if there's anything I could top deck that would... Oh, second Zoe. I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything I can top deck that would, you know, change what I play into the Rolling Sands. Because he might still be inclined to Pokey Stick this year. Chooses not to. I can't kill the Ziggs because of Hourglass. Hourglass is a huge threat there. She Wanders. She Wanders might come down too late, though. Yeah, I don't know if She Wanders is getting it down here. Or at least at like a reasonable pace. Let's see what we can do though. I want to hit this ramp too. The faster I can get a She Wanders, the better. But we just haven't ramped enough this game. Like, we're not going to get it down reasonably fast. Or fast enough, rather. I don't think you can kill this, at least not easily. You have to spend a lot of resources to kill this, like a Ride of the Arcane and a mana jump. Seems rather unoptimal. Oh my god. So we could ramp into She Wanders. Okay, on his turn, I think I might just rip it. Because, like, if he has no counterplay to this, which he could have, like a Ride of Negation or whatever, it's just so good. So he has to kill this, and if he taps too low and then lets me do this, we're chilling. Sure. Can I pass here? I don't know. I really feel like I should ramp here. But I don't know if he can feel like he can pass back. It's kind of a gamble. It's just who feels like they can pass? Ah, damn. Unlucky. But if they open attack, like, I still have this for next turn. This is rough. And that doesn't change the fact that you still have Ride Negation. I should have ripped the Catalyst, but I don't know what I was afraid of. Oh, but they open attack. Perfect. Okay. So it still worked out, relatively speaking. This turn, I just want to sort of bait them into spending their mana on, like, say they play like the Desert Naturalist. It's good for me because that's 4 mana that doesn't really affect the board state. So this is, like, good for me. As weird as it seems, this is, like, good for us. I get my invoke now because this is going to blow up everything. As long as he doesn't have Rye Negation. If he has the Rye Negation, well, we just take our L, huh? Like, this destroys everything. Everything. If he has Rye Negation, we cry. And that's our life. Oh my god. People are so lame. I'm actually kind of annoyed. Maybe this isn't like, you know, maybe this isn't as cool as it seemed. That's so lame. Okay, we have Aesol plus Crescent Strike at the very least.
If I stumble, I have the earth to catch me. Or me. If you don't want sand in your sleeves, huh?
Yeah, like we're still leveling our Aesol, I guess. And then we're probably still winning. It's a little bit close. It's close. You have to like mini morph this. Okay. These games have been rather lackluster, huh? All the landmark destruction, all the denies. They're definitely not working in our favor, that's for sure. I should probably just kill this. No. I give him too much of a tempo swing. And he still doesn't have a way to answer with the leveled Aesol here. This is free. Like, I have a freeze, I have some heal, I have the star shaping. Like, we're ready to pop off. Like, star shaping into Living Legends, we win the game. He has no way of realistically stopping this. At the very least, I've stalled out the game. Where, like, he spent his turn, like, you know, playing this as a low tempo play. I made him open attack on a earlier turn because he was afraid to attack in. You know, all these things, like, sort of worked out in our favor. Kills Ziggs potentially, also really good. Field Rush isn't playable here quite yet. I do need to like do something before he like tries like, I don't know, mini morph my Aesol. So like he still needs to pop Spell Shield, which gives me one more action technically. But I do have the Field Rush. Now that Aesol's leveled, it's a lot different. Okay. So he's actually worried about dying, which is good for us. He doesn't have a way of stopping the Aesol. Sure. Not really fussed about that one. I want to find Living Legends. I do not find Living Legends. Supernova's I suppose. Is it alright? Like, is Great Beyond just better? Like, I'm forcing him to pop his landmarks this turn. And I still have a very threatening board. Like, if I blow these guys up, you can just replay them. I don't think it matters that much. Like, I'll force him to blow up a landmark this turn with, like, a Rite of Negation. I think I'd rather just take the Great Beyond. Interesting. This level's Taliyah, okay. Like, he still needs to be able to blow up one of the Hexplosive Minefields this turn. Which makes his next turn worse, right? Like, he loses a lot of tempo. Ooh. So now he just dies unless he has another Unleash Energy. He'd have Quicksand. Alright, got him. The deny. It's so sad, man. But like the meta has slowed down significantly to the point where I'm flipping Aesol these games. Ooh. Okay. I don't know if we have enough freezes. Definitely don't. I'm not sure if we can like cheese him out of this game. We'll see. We need to go fast. And if we ramped our late game fast enough, like we obviously win. If we have like Bird and Ice plus 8 that serves, we win as well. This hand's not bad. Like he doesn't actually have a way to kill my faces. Because he's not on like the Petricide Broadwing. So we can ramp relatively early into a potential peak. Oh, I just want to play Avalanche. So do I still play this? I don't think so. It doesn't really do me anything next turn. I'll just like slap this Avalanche. And I can still play you, so that's good. So I can play you into the peak, and that's like really good. Yep. I'm taking a little bit of damage early on, but the aim is to like kind of come back. We gotta play peak next turn and then hopefully discount some big stuff for us. And my big stuff, I only have 2 things in my hand that count. Ooh, that's a fatty. That actually does destroy like pretty much every unit in this deck. I think we just sack off you. And we just pray that we hit like, you know, any of our good cards here. We got to where we need to. The ramp now is relatively insignificant. She wanders. Oh my god, our hand is so cracked though. Probably like a supernova. Okay. Can't play it though, is kind of the awkward part. Okay, we'll just draw the second peak here. Like, 3 cards in our hand are really good hits. This like 10-10 region just like chumps everything from his side of the board as well. Oh, I forgot. Ooh, that's not good. I really want to peek there. I forgot about that synergy. Okay. So I need to be careful of Rally next turn as well. Aesol. Aesol's pretty okay. Aesol having Spell Shield's honestly the best part of it. And then still having the freeze backup is really good. I think we're fine here. I think we're actually pretty fine. Alright, interesting. Are we dead? No, we're not dead. We're at 1, aren't we? Yeah. Sick. Alright. It's probably this because it trades. I think we can just like freeze you into like a supernova next turn. Seems alright. So we'll get 1 free card and then we can supernova. If we also hit the Sky's Ascend for free, whew. What is this card? Pop Spell Shield, okay. Fine with me. No, are you kidding me? Oh, Equinox. Is that good? It's pretty okay, I suppose. It's really bad, though. How did we hit the Ravine out of all cards? That's cap. It's actually so cap. Oh, what a letdown. Sigh. Rally on me? Rally is fine. Zenith? Sure. So like either Concerted strikes me here, which is fine, because I mean you still get rid of both of these and then this dies. Oh, it costs 0. Ooh. That costing 0 is scary because he could still play Pantheon here. Like if he has Pantheon as his last card, I guess he wins. Oh, nice. Really lucky. From this point it should be relatively hard to lose. You know, like a scout, elusive Pantheon still gets him there. That's not true. I have Immortal Fire. Okay, nice. Yeah, we just like got there. that's all I can really say. Just the right amount of stall and the right amount of like, you know, right amount of vibes. I think he made a weird push going in when I was at 1 health. We still haven't done anything impressive yet, so hopefully waiting for the game. Ionia? Ugh. Who the heck in their right mind is... Why did they run Deny? That's so sad. Oh my god. Well, we hit 1 ramp card and we do have She Who Wanders. So we need like Peak and then some more ramp ideally. And then hope he doesn't have Deny. Oh, what a draw. So good. So good. Because his deck has very little way of interacting with this outside of exactly Aphelios. Which is sad. Aphelios just really ruins my day. Also Equinox to a lesser degree. Take advantage of our mana while we have it. We're still a peak or a ramp card off of hitting our stride. Like, we're still not fast enough. We really need like a peak here. It's got like meteor shower in my faces. No Aphelios is a huge sigh of relief. Slows them down considerably, and I have Avalanche to stall a little bit further on. Not quite the card I'm looking for. Okay. Sort of happy just stalling for a bit. Okay. I might consider Avalanche in here just so he can't play like Moonglow onto me. And I could easily have like Twin or something like that. But I do this now, so if he hit Moonglow and he doesn't have exactly Twin and he only has Pale, this at least threatens to kill his Zoe. Nice. Really good outcome. Leaves this guy alive, where his only way of killing it is still exactly Aphelios. Oh, he's an Invoke deck. Is he just splashing Deny? Well, that's kind of cringe. That's kind of cringe. So I can Equinox this. He has like 3 hits of Equinox. Ramp, peak. It's alright. We also have it that's there's next turn, and that wipes like the board, right? Now that I know he's an Allegiance deck, like he plays very wide and very swarmy, and like everything dies to it that's theirs, realistic. Like the messengers, the chargers, like the sisters, a lot of things up until like the big celestials, they all just die to the it that's theirs. Like this is whatever. It's annoying, but it's aight. Unfortunate is that this thing dies, which puts back our ramp. We're still 2 turns off. It's so annoying. I'm happy just letting him attacking and then blocking here against like a 3-4 and then playing it that's theirs. Just gives me the most information of how wide he wants to develop. Like if he plays another card, I can it that's theirs, but if he attacks here, I can just block because this is going to die anyways with it that's theirs. Like, he has no way of stopping my Ace Soul. realistically. Now he could just like save a comet for it or something like that. But the only big, so he got this off of the Solari Priestess. Okay, saves everything, sure. We have Avalanche to clean things up. So like he has 2 big invokes, or at least potentially 2. One from the Scryer and one from the Traveler. So he's gonna flip this game. I'm not sure how worried we need to be about it. He's really going after it, huh? Oh, another one. Ooh, okay. I mean, Zoe's flipping, but like we should be able to race potentially. Like our goal is just like race him down. Like our aim is like have our late game ready. By the time he's leveled Zoe and developed a board, we should have an equally threatening response. We really just haven't been hitting like the stuff, huh? Like we haven't hit our peaks, we haven't hit all of our ramp. These games have been very slow. Like we're only 1 mana crystal ahead of our opponent. It's always flipping next turn. And then we know of... Oh, I should have attacked here. We know of what? He has 2 invoke cards. Potentially. That's 1 turn too late. Last turn where we don't actually need it. We're gonna jam the Shoe Wanderers and just... Oh, the Acel actually, the Acel does just level. We know that he didn't hit Comet off his Reese's card, which limits the options for him to deal with Acel. If I play this into a deny, I feel really bad about myself. It's leveling, we get it, bro. What if I, like, entomb you? I don't hate it. This just denies the Zoe level up next turn, which gives me essentially 1 extra turn. And if this like baits out a deny, super happy. Okay, this is a good outcome. Like his Zoe's not gonna level next turn, which is a huge plus, which means that anything he tries to do isn't as effective. And then we can like decide what we want to slam here. Really tempted for the Shoe Wanderers. It just cleans up house. I just know he's playing like Deny though, which makes me sad. It's like he's flashing a card in Ionia, and if it isn't Deny, I don't know what it is. You just Deny check him. Alright, we just Deny check you. If you have Deny, then you have Deny. Please, just 1 time. I've been playing this deck for 1 reason, and it's to win with She Who Wins. He's thinking about it, doesn't have it, huh? Well, this is a nice change of pace, I suppose. Let's go, he's fishing for Deny. His hand is gonna disintegrate. His hand is gonna disintegrate here if he doesn't top deck Deny here. Let's go. That's... Oh, so he saved the Aphelios. I guess, that's whatever. He needs a block. Oh, watch his hand disappear here. Oh. Well, slightly less impactful than I had thought. So we hit Sketcher, Telescope, and some stuff on board. Okay, whatever. Now, like, we just have Acel and he has no response. Like, he's like very far behind now, right? His Zoe's coming out and it's only a 7. Like, the Entomb last turn was so good at stalling his Zoe that even if he levels it this turn, he's not winning the game this turn. It's very hard for him to both win the game this turn, or level Zoe and win the game this turn. Oh, with this attack too, wow. Attack with a non-leveled Zoe. That's just really hurting him. Now this Acel comes down and realistically, I think he has very little response. And we already have the Living Legends here. If this Acel flips, then like it doesn't really matter what we take. We should just diversify a little bit. I really hoped his whole hand was just like little small invoke stuff. Found goat on a high roll. He also didn't play his moon weapon. Oh no, because he played the moon weapon last turn. Interesting. Just for mana? He's not getting a moon weapon this turn. Not sure what he's looking for here. Oh, just a Zoe? Okay. Yeah, so like, now he's leveled Zoe, right? But now I've leveled my Aesol, and it's time to clap back. He's like never gonna have a board after this, is the goal. Scourge off of Aesol. Scourge. Scourge. Pow! Ooh, hello. Ooh, hello. You can also just play. We have like... Oh. That doesn't quite matter. We'll just use this as a spell shield popper. Like, that was his whole turn, right? It's our turn now to clap back. Like, he's gonna be forced to block with these anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, this was it, right? He had the Great Beyond from the Mountaineer the whole game, but because we were able to stall the Zoe level up by entombing it on that turn, this was slowed down, right? Imagine if this was on his last attack turn, we would have lost, right? Like, we would have lost, but we entombed Zoe at the right time. It's really cool. It's really cool how that, like, sort of pseudo interaction works, I suppose. And now we just do a little bit of you. Oh, he always had deny, but chose to not use it on the She Wanders. Can we level Zoe this turn? Oh, okay.
See you next time, Runeterra.
Hey, that was pretty cool. Well, it's a little bit less oomph as I had hoped that this deck would provide. Because like I feel like, you know, the It That's Theirs, the ramp, as the meta is like slowing down near the start of this season or this patch because everyone's playing all these slow greedy decks. I really feel like Peak has an opportunity to just take advantage of a little bit of pocket. And it still has some protection tools against like the aggro burn decks. You have the Avalanche Ravine, early drops, the Tavern Keeper, things like that. So I see some pretty good potential in this. Ran into a few more denies than I was hoping for like the She Who Wanders. But the overall game plan is pretty solid, right? Like, you saw how many times I got to my Aesol turn, flipped it, and there's nothing that competes against Aesol in the late game. Not even like Emperor's deck, to a certain degree. So once you get there, your Aesol's always leveled, and it honestly feels pretty solid. So very happy so far. I think as the meta progresses, it gets a little bit worse. Maybe better in tournaments where there might be an influx of slower target decks. But overall, not bad. So hope you guys enjoyed the games. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Hope you had a very nice patch day. Great to be back into the new fresh meta. So happy to see what comes next and tomorrow. Thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys next time. So guys, and take care.